Ladies, have you ever sat there staring at your phone, wondering when or if he's going to call or text you? You send a message, silence. You wait, nothing. Well, that's about to change. Because after this, he won't just think about you. He'll feel an irresistible pull to reach out to you instantly. First, let's understand something powerful. Attraction is not just about looks. It's about emotion. Men are wired to chase what feels good, exciting, and unpredictable. If you become that thrilling spark in his life, he'll crave connection with you immediately. I'm about to share a shift, a mindset and energy switch that triggers that deep desire in him. It's not about chasing, begging, or overthinking. It's about stepping into your magnetic energy. The energy that says, I am the prize, and makes him wonder, what is she thinking? I need to talk to her. The secret lies in these three things: mystery, emotion, and warmth. You create mystery by not revealing everything at once. You spark emotion by being playful, curious, and alive. And you radiate warmth by making him feel that when he's around you, life feels lighter and better. When it comes to love, texting, and calling, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that men make decisions the same way we do. Through careful thought, weighing options, or analyzing every word. But here's the truth. Men are emotional decision makers, especially in matters of the heart. Their attraction to you, their desire to reach out to you, is not born from logic. It's not because they sat down and made a list of pros and cons about texting you. It happens because you trigger an emotional response inside them that is so powerful, they feel almost compelled to act. Think about it. How many times have you known that someone was good for you on paper, but you just didn't feel it? Or the opposite, you were drawn to someone you couldn't even explain why. That's the same with men. They don't call or text because it makes sense. They do it because you made them feel something that they can't ignore. That emotion could be excitement, intrigue, admiration, even slight frustration or curiosity. But it has to move them. If a man feels emotionally stirred, even just a little, he will want to stay connected to the source of that feeling. And the fastest way he knows to do that, call or text you. Men are driven by emotion in the moment. They want to chase the feeling that lifts them up, that challenges them, that makes them feel alive. If interacting with you gives him even a glimpse of that experience, even a flicker, he'll want more. He'll seek you out. His fingers will hover over his phone almost without him realizing it, until he gives in to the instinct to reach for you. It's crucial to understand that this emotional drive bypasses all logical thoughts like, is it too soon to text? Or, should I wait? He doesn't care. When the emotion is strong enough, logic loses and desire wins. This is why some women seem to effortlessly attract texts, calls, and attention, while others wait endlessly for a response. It's not about what they say. It's about what they make him feel. Words are secondary. Emotion is primary. The moment you grasp this, truly grasp it, you stop trying to convince, explain, or overthink your way into his life. Instead, you focus on the real superpower, creating emotion so powerful, he must reach out to stay connected with you. Attraction is not about chasing, pleading, or trying harder. It's about energy. Specifically, it's about the kind of energy that pulls someone toward you without you even lifting a finger. When you embody what I call magnetic energy, you naturally trigger a man's deepest instinct to pursue you. It's not something you tell him to do. It's something he feels compelled to do. Magnetic energy begins with how you feel about yourself. It's not rooted in arrogance, but in quiet confidence. A deep inner, knowing that you are valuable, desirable, and worthy of attention without needing to prove anything. When you move through the world with this energy, it's almost as if you become a mystery he can't resist solving, a prize he feels excited to win. Men are naturally wired to seek, to hunt, to pursue. They want to feel that they are earning your time, your attention, and your affection. If you are constantly leaning forward, always initiating, texting first, or trying to convince him how good you are, you short-circuit that instinct. You take away the very thing that makes the connection thrilling for him, the chase. But when you stay rooted in your magnetic energy, everything shifts. Instead of running toward him, you radiate. You create an aura that says, I am here, I am full, I am vibrant. And if you want to experience this, you have to step up. Without you saying a word, he feels the subtle challenge. And men love a challenge that feels rewarding. Magnetic energy isn't about being cold or playing games. It's about being centered and unavailable to nonsense. It's the twinkle in your eye when you're not overly impressed. It's the warmth in your laugh when you're enjoying your life with or without him. It's the confidence you show when you aren't chasing after validation, but instead attracting attention simply by being fully, unapologetically yourself. When a man senses this energy, it awakens a natural urgency inside him. He wants to be the one you choose. He wants to stand out. He wants to win a place in your life. He doesn't know why. He just knows he wants it badly enough to act. That's when you'll see him reaching out, calling, texting, making plans, trying in every way to stay connected to the source of the magnetic feeling you spark in him. Men don't pursue what they feel is easily available to everyone. They pursue what feels special, rare, and worth the effort. And when you tap into your magnetic energy, you effortlessly become exactly that. One of the most powerful forces in human nature is curiosity. We are drawn to what we don't fully understand. We lean in closer to figure out what's hidden just beyond our reach. And when it comes to attraction, mystery is magnetic. It pulls people in and makes them want more. When you are mysterious, you create an emotional gap, a space that he naturally wants to fill. He becomes curious. He starts asking questions. He starts thinking about you even when you're not around. And without even realizing it, he's reaching for his phone to call or text you just to try to get a little bit closer to the answers he's seeking. Mystery doesn't mean being secretive in a cold or guarded way. It's not about withholding important parts of who you are or playing manipulative games. Real mystery is artful and playful. It's about revealing yourself slowly, like a story unfolding one page at a time. It's about giving just enough to spark his interest, but not so much that he feels there's nothing left to discover. If you tell someone everything about you all at once, your whole life story, every thought, every plan, there's no journey left for them to take. There's no sense of wonder. But when you leave a little to the imagination, when you let conversations have space and unanswered questions, you keep his mind active. You keep him engaged, wanting to know more, wanting to earn the deeper layers of you. A woman with mystery doesn't rush to fill silences with endless talking. She doesn't blurt out everything she feels the second she feels it. She is comfortable with pauses. She enjoys being known slowly. She allows room for curiosity to grow naturally. Mystery also lives in how you respond. When you're not overly predictable, when you can be playful, surprising, a little unpredictable, you create an emotional experience that feels different from the ordinary. In a world where many people are easy to figure out, you stand out by being the woman who keeps him guessing in the best possible way. And guess what? When a man is curious about you, you stay at the forefront of his mind. You create a kind of emotional tension, not a bad kind of tension, but the kind that feels exciting, intriguing, and impossible to ignore. His mind keeps circling back to you. He wonders what you're doing. He imagines what you're thinking. That constant pull leads him to act, to text you, call you, want to be around you, just to get another piece of the puzzle you present to him. If you want a man to call or text you instantly, you must understand one truth: emotions drive actions. Logic makes people think, but emotions make people move. The stronger the emotional spark you create, the faster and more instinctively he'll reach for his phone to connect with you. Emotional sparks are those moments when something shifts inside of him, when he feels excited, curious, amused, challenged, or even slightly off balance in a thrilling way. They're the tiny emotional jolts that wake him up, make him pay attention, and break through the monotony of everyday life. Without emotional sparks, conversations feel flat, interactions feel predictable. And when something feels predictable, it becomes forgettable. But when you make a man feel, truly feel, you leave an imprint on him that he cannot easily shake off. You become the moment in his day that stands out. You become the thought he keeps returning to without even realizing it. Creating emotional sparks doesn't mean being dramatic or overly intense. It means bringing energy, playfulness, depth, and variety into your interactions. It's teasing him in a way that's fun and light. It's challenging him just a little, making him work for your attention in a playful, flirtatious way. It's showing genuine passion when you talk about something you love, letting him feel the fire inside you. When you spark an emotion, whether it's laughter, curiosity, admiration, or even a bit of intrigue, you activate his natural desire to stay close to the source of that feeling. Humans are emotional creatures, and we're addicted to the things that make us feel alive, appreciated, or excited. If talking to you feels like an emotional roller coaster, fun, surprising, uplifting, he'll crave that experience again and again. This is why you might notice that after a particularly great, energetic, or deep conversation, a man suddenly becomes much more attentive. He texts more. He calls sooner. His effort increases. And it's because you didn't just pass time with him. You left him feeling something powerful. Men don't rush to their phones because of a checklist or because they're supposed to. They act when their emotions are stirred, when their hearts race a little faster, when they feel a spark of wonder, excitement, or even slight confusion that they want to resolve. They chase the emotions that make them feel good, alive, and masculine. When you master the art of sparking emotions, even in small ways, you create an irresistible pull. A man will instinctively want to close the gap between you, to connect, to be part of that emotional world you've invited him into. Emotional sparks don't have to be loud or dramatic. Sometimes they're found in the way you laugh at his jokes, the way you playfully challenge him, the way you share a secret glance. It's the subtle but powerful shift that changes a simple moment into a memory, a feeling he doesn't want to lose, while mystery and emotional sparks pull a man toward you with intrigue and excitement. Warmth is the ingredient that makes him want to stay. Warmth is the emotional safety net that lets him feel accepted, appreciated, and comfortable around you. Without warmth, attraction can spark, but it burns out just as quickly. With warmth, you create the kind of emotional connection that he not only craves, but also feels safe returning to again and again. Warmth is not about being overly accommodating or losing yourself in order to make someone else feel good. True warmth comes from a genuine place inside you. It's the energy of kindness, openness, and presence. It's the way your eyes light up when you listen. It's the way you show empathy and understanding without judgment. It's the way you make someone seen and valued simply by being in your presence. When a man feels that warmth radiating from you, it disarms him. It softens his defenses. In a world that often feels harsh, competitive, or emotionally cold, meeting someone who radiates genuine warmth feels like a breath of fresh air. It's rare, it's precious, and it's incredibly attractive on a level that goes far beyond physical appearance. Men, just like women, have emotional needs, even if they don't always express them openly. Deep down, every man longs for a connection where he can be both admired and accepted, where he feels encouraged to be strong, but also allowed to be vulnerable without fear of rejection. Warmth creates that space. When you bring warmth into your interactions, you're telling him, not with words, but with your energy, you are safe here. You are valued here. It doesn't mean you tolerate bad behavior or lower your standards. It simply means you approach connection from a place of love rather than fear, strength rather than scarcity. This doesn't require grand gestures. Often, it's the little things, the genuine smile when he says something silly, the way you gently tease without cruelty, the way you listen with your heart rather than waiting for your turn to speak. It's patience when he's nervous. It's encouragement when he's trying to impress you. It's laughter shared without conditions. Warmth is the feeling that says, you are enough right now. And that message is irresistible to someone who's tired of feeling like they have to constantly prove themselves. When you create this warm, accepting atmosphere, a man feels more than just physical attraction. He feels emotional comfort and safety, which is much rarer and far more powerful. He stops thinking of you as just someone he enjoys talking to and starts thinking of you as someone whose presence feels like home. This feeling stirs something deeper inside him. It makes him want to reach out, to stay connected, to not let too much time pass without hearing your voice or seeing your name light up his phone. Warmth in its purest form makes him not just desire you, it makes him feel like he needs you in his life, whether he fully understands why or not. One of the most powerful shifts you can make in your energy is moving from chasing to receiving. This change alone can transform the way men respond to you, how fast they call or text you, and how deeply they invest in you. Because when you are in the energy of chasing, you are unconsciously signaling that you believe something is missing, that you have to work for attention, affection, or validation. But when you shift into the energy of receiving, you send a completely different magnetic message. I am worthy, and I allow love to flow toward me naturally. Chasing often comes from a place of anxiety or scarcity. It's the feeling of needing to do something to secure connection. It's over-texting, over-explaining, over-giving, thinking that if you just show how much you care, he'll respond by giving back. Unfortunately, this often has the opposite effect. When you chase, you crowd the emotional space that would allow him to pursue you. You rob him of the opportunity to feel the thrill of winning you over, of choosing you actively and consciously. Men are naturally wired to want to pursue what feels valuable. Pursuit is exciting. It gives them a sense of purpose. It allows them to step into their masculine energy where they feel powerful, needed, and fulfilled. When you stop chasing and instead allow yourself to receive, you create the environment for that natural instinct to come alive. Receiving doesn't mean sitting back passively with no energy or interest. It means holding your space. It's about living your life fully, being open to love, but not stretching yourself thin trying to make it happen. You become an invitation, a soft, beautiful energy that says, if you want to come closer, the door is open, but you must choose to walk through it. When you are in receiving mode, you still engage, you still show warmth, you still participate. But you don't initiate from a place of lack. You don't force conversations. You don't bend over backward to be available every second. You allow him to take the lead sometimes. You give him the chance to miss you, to wonder what you're doing, to experience the small tension of uncertainty that builds desire. This space, this pause, is critical. It's in the silence between conversations, the moments when you are living your life joyfully without him, that his feelings deepen. It's when he doesn't immediately hear from you that he realizes he wants to reach out, that he chooses to reach out. When you are in the energy of receiving, you become a magnet, not because you're trying harder, but because you're embodying a rare kind of grace, the grace of someone who knows her worth, who believes love will find her, and who doesn't need to force it into existence. Men can feel this energy instantly. They are drawn to it without always knowing why. It's calming, alluring, and deeply attractive. It makes them want to lean in, to chase, to pursue. And when they do, it feels authentic and thrilling for both of you. Receiving is not passive, it's powerful. It's standing firm in the knowing that you do not have to convince anyone of your value. You simply have to be open to welcoming the right efforts, the right words, the right love when it appears. Confidence is one of the most powerful, magnetic energies you can possess. And the beautiful thing is, you don't have to say a single word for it to be felt. Real confidence is silent, yet it speaks volumes. It creates an aura around you that makes a man stop, pay attention, and feel compelled to connect with you. If you want him to call or text you instantly, confidence isn't just helpful, it's essential. Confidence isn't about being loud, bossy, or controlling. It's not about dominating a conversation or proving yourself. True confidence is quiet strength. It's the calm, unshakable belief that you are enough, that you are worthy of love, attention, and respect exactly as you are. It's the way you carry yourself, the way you move, the way you hold eye contact without fear, the way you speak without rushing or apologizing for your existence. When a woman is confident, it's like she's wrapped in invisible gold. Men sense it. They may not even be able to put it into words, but they feel it immediately. It's an energy that whispers, I'm not waiting for you to pick me. I'm not here to earn your love. I know my worth, and I'm selective about who I share my time and heart with. This kind of confidence creates mystery, desire, and admiration all at once. It makes a man wonder about you. It makes him want to step up to impress you, to win you, to prove that he deserves a place in your life. It creates a beautiful tension where he feels lucky to get your attention instead of you feeling lucky to get his. Confidence also affects the way you react to things. If he takes a little longer to respond, you don't panic. You don't spiral into anxiety. You stay calm, trusting that what is meant for you will come easily. You don't chase validation because you already validate yourself internally. This emotional steadiness is rare and deeply attractive. A confident woman doesn't need to prove her value because she lives it. Her life is full, rich, and vibrant, with or without a relationship. She's not waiting to be completed. She's simply open to sharing her already beautiful life with someone who is worthy of her. And here's something else: confidence makes every word, every glance, every moment you share more impactful. When you say something, he listens more closely. When you laugh, it feels more genuine. When you show interest, it feels more valuable because it's coming from someone who knows she doesn't need to be there. She chooses to be. Confidence also makes communication smoother. You're not afraid to be authentic. You're not second guessing every text. You're not shrinking yourself to seem more appealing. Instead, you're expanding, showing up as your whole, radiant self, trusting that the right man will recognize and cherish it. When you embody true, quiet confidence, you naturally trigger a man's instinct to pursue. You stand out from the crowd in a way that is unforgettable, without begging, without chasing, without forcing. Your energy alone invites him to act, to reach out, to call, to text, to want to be part of the world you've built around your confident, beautiful heart. In a world where so many people are trying to be someone they're not, authenticity is an incredibly rare and powerful quality. Authenticity is the key that unlocks true, lasting connections. It's about being unapologetically yourself, without pretending to be anything for anyone, and without putting on a mask to gain approval. When you live in your truth, when you show up as your real self, you create an energy that's so refreshing and magnetic that it draws people to you naturally, especially men. And here's the magic of it: when you are authentic, you also create the trust and emotional bond that drives him to want to call or text you instantly. People, men included, are looking for genuine connections. We all want to feel like someone truly sees us, understands us, and accepts us for who we are. But when you try to be someone you're not, when you hide parts of yourself to fit in or impress others, you create a wall between yourself and the real connection you want. It feels disconnected. It feels inauthentic. And that's not something people, especially men, want to chase. They're drawn to people who are real, people who feel grounded in who they are. Being authentic means that you show your true emotions, your real opinions, and your unfiltered thoughts without fear of judgment. It's about sharing your vulnerabilities and strengths with the same ease, being transparent about who you are without needing validation or approval. It doesn't mean you have to expose every single part of yourself immediately, but it does mean that you are comfortable with yourself, and that comfort radiates outward, making it easy for others to feel the same. When you are authentic, your interactions feel real and meaningful. There's no forced energy, no overthinking about the right thing to say, no pretense. You speak from the heart. You laugh genuinely. You respond naturally. And because of this, men can feel your sincerity, and it makes them feel safe enough to open up to you. When they feel safe, trust grows, and trust is the foundation of any connection, romantic or otherwise. Men are often tired of playing games or dealing with uncertainty. They don't want to spend time with someone who's constantly hiding parts of themselves, because that creates emotional confusion. They want to know that what they see is what they get. When you present yourself authentically, it's like you're saying, I'm showing you the real me. I trust you to accept me, and in return, I'll accept you. This mutual vulnerability builds deep emotional intimacy, which is what will keep him coming back. Moreover, authenticity naturally encourages open communication. When you're real with him, it invites him to be real with you in return. It builds a bridge between your two worlds where true connection can form, and it lets him feel more comfortable reaching out to you. He doesn't have to guess whether you're genuinely interested or trying to play hard to get. Your authenticity tells him exactly where you stand. There's no hidden agenda, no game playing, just a pure exchange of energy. And the beauty of authenticity is that it's effortless. You don't have to force anything. You just show up fully yourself and let the energy flow. This is magnetic. This is what creates connection. When a man senses your authenticity, he feels seen, he feels appreciated, and he feels like he can be himself around you too. This emotional safety makes him want to keep the connection going, to text you, to call you, to pursue you, because he feels like he's interacting with someone who is real, who is present, and who is offering something rare in the world, a real, unfiltered, and trustworthy connection. Authenticity not only makes you magnetic, it makes him want to be around you more, because with you, he doesn't have to pretend. He gets to show up exactly as he is, and that's a rare gift in today's world. So, as you move forward, remember that true connection is built on authenticity, confidence, warmth, and the power of leaving space for curiosity and desire to grow. You don't need to chase or prove your worth. All you need to do is embrace the woman you are, show up fully in your truth, and allow the natural flow of attraction to guide the way. When you embody this energy, when you let your uniqueness shine and your confidence radiate, the right people, including the one you're hoping will reach out, will be irresistibly drawn to you. They will feel that magnetic pull, and before you know it, he will call. He will text. He will find himself eager to connect with you, to keep that energy alive, because it's something rare, something that can't be faked or forced. So, be patient, be authentic, and most of all, be yourself. The right energy will always come back to you in the form of love, connection, and real commitment. You've got this.